Shalom, brothers and sisters. I'm Brother Sid of the Commandment Keepers Church. We have a detailed broadcast for our brothers and sisters internationally. The title of today's broadcast will be Thugs and Thots. Thugs and Thots, brothers and sisters. Today we will discuss the troubling state of the Black community. There is an orchestrated effort by satanic forces to obliterate the Black community, and we're going to discuss that today. Okay, everywhere we look, we see Black men and women promoting levels of depravity that we have never witnessed before. Okay, and we're going to uncover the reasons behind that, brothers and sisters. We will examine the impact of popular culture on the Black community and the consequences of not pursuing a relationship with God. Okay, many people overlook the fact that rap music, which has now become the leading genre in entertainment, has had a toxic effect on the Black community as a whole. Okay, it's important to recognize that since rap's rise to prominence, the issues within the Black community have worsened. Okay, alarmingly, there are now more gangs in the Black neighborhoods today than ever before. Right? Just recently, over 20 teen gang members known for violent crimes were arrested in Brooklyn, New York. And this incident went largely ignored. Okay, join us as we delve into these pressing issues, reveal the truth, and seek solutions. This is a conversation you don't want to miss.
Dozens of suspected gang members are off the streets in the Bronx, arrested in connection to several shootings.
Yeah, many of the cases were caught on camera, and oftentimes the victims were innocent bystanders, among them a 73-year-old woman and a 15-year-old girl.
Investigators say they continuously put the lives of innocent people at risk, opening fire on busy streets and sending people nearby running for cover. Here's Eyewitness News reporter Darla Miles.
They fired guns again and again, often in broad daylight on crowded streets.
These clips of shootings that have taken place in the Bronx is what investigators call a kill-on-sight atmosphere created by gang culture.
You see citizens of the Bronx running. Nobody should have to live like this.
Friday afternoon, the Bronx District Attorney and the NYPD announcing two large gang takedowns. 20 people arrested in one case, 15 people in the other. More than 260 indictments combined for charges that include conspiracy, attempted murder, robbery, and assault.
You see 15 guns in front of you. These are not guns that were purchased by undercover officer. These were guns that we have seized.
Those that woke up every single day with one mission, to gain clout for the gang and to ignite violence. How? To shoot ops for the gang.
In the Slattery case, investigators say the charges include a violent mugging spree in August 2022. Gang members attacking off-duty NYPD officer Muhammad Chowdhury while jogging in Castle Hill.
Who was left unconscious with a fractured skull and bleeding from his brain. He will never fully recover.
In the Muddy Waters case, this chart shows the link between one gun that was used by 9 different gang members in 5 separate shootings.
They used the Gun Hill houses as their home base to plan and meet prior to violent acts. Compounding the violence was the fact that this gang did not have a sole rival.
The Bronx DA's office and the NYPD say they hope these arrests are a deterrent to other teens and say there are more gang takedowns to come.
Brothers and sisters, follow us to the book of Proverbs, the 18th chapter and the 21st verse. Okay, we're in the NLT version of the Bible. The title of today's broadcast, Thugs and Thots. Thugs and Thots, brothers and sisters. Okay, we're talking about what the Black community has been struggling with. Okay, when we look in the Black community, the brothers have been infected with the spirit of thuggery, okay, of the gangster lifestyle. And the women, the sisters, have been infected with the spirit of harlotry, prostitution. And we're going to discuss that today. We're at Proverbs 18, verse 21, and it reads, brothers and sisters, the tongue can bring death or life, The tongue can bring death or life. Those who love to talk will reap the consequences. Let's take a look at that. The tongue can bring death or life. Those who love to talk will reap the consequences. Examine that, brothers and sisters. Here, the Bible demonstrates the significant influence words have over our lives. See that? In examining this particular passage, we delve into the reasons why Satan is particularly drawn to the hip hop genre. See that? Examine that. Hip hop music, brothers and sisters, it's more than just entertainment. Okay, it's a form of dark magic, casting spells. Okay, the Bible suggests that there is no greater threat to the well-being of the Black community than the influence of hip hop music. See that? When you recite or repeat a rap lyric, we are unknowingly casting spells upon ourselves. Think about that. In this particular passage, we explore the reason behind Satan's attraction to the hip hop genre. Examine that. Examine that, brothers and sisters. The text suggests that the hip hop genre is a form of dark magic. See that? Consider that. Right? The Bible warns that there is nothing more destructive to the Black community than hip hop music. Take a look at that. The text says you can bring death or life. What do we think hip hop brings into the Black community? We talk about drug abuse. We talk about materialism. We talk about murder. Consider that. This particular passage, brothers and sisters, reveals why hip hop music is incredibly harmful to the Black community. Okay, the Bible teaches that when we recite rap lyrics, we are casting spells on ourselves. Okay, many people overlook the fact that when gangster rap emerged, the Black community voiced our disapproval of it.
I'm a nigga in America, and that much I flunk. Cause when I see what I like, yo, I take what I want. I'm not the only one, that's why I'm not bitter. Cause everybody is a nigga to a nigga.
Ice-T's single, Cop Killer, even sparked a national protest. But cops were not the only objects of derision. Women were too. More controversy was sparked by the frequent use of words like bitch and whore. Still, gangster rap continued to sell. This song by Dr. Dre currently ranks among the top-selling albums. To its supporters, gangster rap is a form of social protest, a kind of street theater, the heartbeat of urban America. But to its critics, it is simply an attempt to manipulate racist stereotypes for profit, to sell records.
We strongly believe that it is our Christian, moral, and social responsibility to speak out against evil forces.
It is that opposition that is creating the first real backlash to the music, a backlash born in the same place that gave birth to rap, the Black community. Recently, opponents of hardcore rap gathered at New York City's Abyssinian Baptist Church in Harlem to say, enough is enough.
It is not all right for our Black male children to grow up and be drug dealers, gang bashers, or stick-up kids. But your negative lyrics and videos are telling them that it's all right.
Many of those who came to protest were primarily middle-class adults, educated working people, and parents who were insulted by the negative stereotypes of Blacks portrayed in the rap lyrics.
But negative rap is a slap in our faces. It lets everybody know to a certain extent that we as Black people must have low self-esteem, no respect for ourselves or anyone else, and we just don't care who we hurt as long as we're making the dollar.
In the early 90s, Black leaders were well aware of the harmful impact that hip-hop music would have. Okay, Jewish executives aspired to endorse a genre of music that glorified violence within the Black community, and they found it. Gangster rap. Okay, let's be clear on that. It was not Black men who invented the hip-hop genre. It was Jewish record executives. Let's be honest about that. Okay, black leaders were fully aware of the harmful impact that hip hop music would have on the community. It's clear. Okay, it's very clear, brothers and sisters. These record labels want to encourage a genre that celebrates violence in the black community. Let's talk about that. We're going to talk about that. Why? It was Jewish executives who financed this sorcery for the past 30 years. We thought that hip hop was a creation of Negroes. It was not, brothers and sisters. Okay? These genres that are popping up all over the place, drill music, so forth and so on. Okay? These are creations of Jewish sorcerers. And we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about that today. The title of today's broadcast, brothers and sisters, Thugs and Thots. Our brothers have been injected with the spirit of thuggery, of gangster lifestyle. The sisters have been seduced into the spirit of harlotry. And we're going to discuss that today because why? This was an orchestrated effort by Satan. Okay, this was an orchestrated effort by Satan. Let's go to 1 John chapter 2, verse 15 and 16 in the King James Version of the Bible. Brothers and sisters, we're in 1 John chapter 2, verse 15 and 16. Okay. 1 John chapter 2, verse 15, and it reads, "Love not the world, neither the things of the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him." Verse 16 reads, "For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world." Listen to this again, brothers and sisters. 1 John 2 and 15 reads, "Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him." Verse 16 reads, "For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world." Brothers and sisters, this passage suggests that hip hop promotes attitudes and behaviors that are fundamentally opposed to God's word. See that? When we examine the passage closely, it becomes obvious that the central themes of hip hop music are aligned with satanic forces. Think about it, right? The secular culture surrounding hip hop is under the control of Satan, and the Bible is used here to reveal that truth. Okay, let's be clear. Let's be clear. According to the text, the central theme of hip hop carries with it satanic undertones. Think about that, right? If you observe the Black community closely, brothers and sisters, you will notice that the behaviors promoted by hip hop are the realities of life in the ghetto. Let's be honest, right? Young Black men are captivated by the thug lifestyle, and this fascination is undeniable. This fascination is undeniable, brothers and sisters, and we're going to talk about it. Why? Due to the corporate media's fascination with the hip hop music genre, young Black boys across the nation aspire to live the gangster lifestyle. Okay? If you believe that hip hop music does not influence young Black boys, you are ignoring reality. You're ignoring reality. Okay? Let's be honest here. Corporate media has used Black men to promote a level of poison we have never seen before. Okay? Because corporate media is in love with the hip hop genre of music, young Black boys everywhere want to live a gangster lifestyle. Okay? If you think hip hop music has no effect on young Black males, you are dismissing the truth. Okay? Many people ignore the fact that a 12-year-old boy inspired by rap music was recently found guilty of a triple murder in South Florida.
A 15-year-old will spend the next 23 years in prison for murdering 3 friends when he was just 12 years old.
Channel 9 began covering this case in 2023. Each of the victims was found shot to death over the course of a week. Channel 9's Nick Papatonis is at the courthouse in Ocala. And Nick, the judge said he couldn't remember sentencing another 12-year-old for murder.
Yeah, it was a first as far as he can remember, at least in Marion County history. He said he had a 13-year-old at one point. Age was his biggest consideration. His sentence, which was a mandatory minimum, left some families disappointed.
It's sad to think that at one point there was 6 young people in a car, and 3 of them were killed, and the other 3 whose lives are pretty much destroyed.
A Marion County judge said as he sentenced Christopher Atkins to the mandatory minimum 40 years in prison for the murder of Camille Quarles. Atkins just 12 when he shot Quarles in a crime spree, his age allowing his sentence to be reviewed after 25 years, minus credit for 2 years already served. Quarles' family sobbing with frustration. The judge said he could not factor in the deaths of 2 other teens, Layla Silvernail and Michael Hodo, who Atkins did not shoot, even though their families attended the hearing and asked for justice.
May God forgive me that the boys who did this are haunted every day by what they've done.
Her ability to advocate for his needs seemed weak.
A counselor called by Atkins' attorney placed the blame on his mother, who she said did not provide a stable upbringing. She told the judge Atkins could be rehabilitated, something Atkins himself insisted in his own statement.
Y'all think I'm bad? I'm not. I promise you I'm not. I promise you give me another chance. I promise you're going to see what I'm talking about. Like, I promise you. I bet you're going to see me on that TV doing good.
The portrayal of murder in rap music has led to a troubling trend where young Black men frequently imitate this behavior. Okay, this young man, heavily influenced by hip-hop culture, is now facing spending the next 40 years of his life in a maximum security prison. Okay, if you had asked this young brother about his favorite artist, there's a 1,000% chance that he would name some hip-hop artist. Okay, we have to be honest here. And some people say, well, hold on, these Black men are just trying to get out of the ghettos. Okay, they found a way to express themselves and make millions of dollars to move their families out of the ghettos. Brothers and sisters, we have a responsibility to each other. Okay, we have a responsibility to our community, because why? If that's the case, why don't somebody just sell crack cocaine? Right? If it's all about making money and getting your family out of the hood, despite the consequences of it, right? We might as well promote brothers and sisters in our neighborhoods to sell drugs in our own neighborhoods, steal cars, rob houses in our own communities. Okay, so we have to be clear here. These young men between 15 and 30 years old in the Black community are heavily indoctrinated by the hip hop genre of music. Okay, and we're going to talk about that today. Why? We are struggling, brothers and sisters. Our brothers have been infected by the gangster lifestyle. Our sisters have been infected by the harlotry that's promoted through hip hop music. Okay, the title of today's broadcast, brothers and sisters, Thugs and Thots. Thugs and Thots, brothers and sisters. We're going to take a deep dive into the Black community. Okay, it's time for the Black community to look in the mirror to see what has happened to us because we've walked away from the Bible, because we've walked away from our identity as the Jews, as the Israelites of the Bible. Okay. Let's go to the book of Romans, the 12th chapter. Brothers and sisters, we're here at Romans chapter 12, verse 2. The title of today's broadcast, Thugs and Thots. Thugs and Thots, brothers and sisters. We're at Romans chapter 12, verse 2, and it reads, "And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Romans 12:2. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Examine that. This is Paul, brothers and sisters, and he's writing to Rome. Why? America is part of the Roman Empire. Okay, America is founded by 3 different countries that were part of the Roman Empire: France, Great Britain, and Spain. So if you know anything about Roman culture, it was, brothers and sisters, there was no restraint. Okay, so you should examine the writings of Rome because it fits with those who live in America without any shadow of a doubt. Okay, notice the Bible warns that secular culture is being influenced and controlled by Satan. Okay, let's be clear on that. The Bible instructs believers not to imitate the music they hear or the videos they see. See that? Be not conformed to this world. So he's telling you, if you follow the ways of the world, brothers and sisters, right? Remember 1 John 2, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, the pride of life. Brothers and sisters, that is hip hop. Okay, it's like hip hop saw that verse. Okay, and said, you know what? Let's make music on these topics. Right? The Apostle Paul cautions us about the manipulation of popular culture by Satan. See that? God warns us here that emulating mainstream cultural trends will lead to spiritual ruin. Okay? We cannot look at the world and say, hey, because this is accepted, because this is popular in the world, that is acceptable to God. Let's be honest, the high levels of violence within the Black community is associated to the influences of the music we consume. And that cannot be denied. Okay, the scriptures urge us, brothers and sisters, to be cautious about the cultural influences we allow into our lives. See that? Examine that. Examine that, brothers and sisters. The Bible warns that Satan exploits popular culture to lead people astray. See that? Let's be honest on this. Why? The violence in the Black community is related to the music we listen to. It is, brothers and sisters. Okay, hip-hop music has influenced Black men to kill more Black men than the Ku Klux Klan. Okay, if you listen, if a white man was to rap the lyrics that these Black rappers are rapping, you would think, this must be the most racist man you could ever know. Okay? Let's be honest. The Black community is plagued. We are plagued by influences from thug life, starting with Tupac Shakur. Remember that? Let's be honest. Record labels understand that hip hop plays a vital role in the destruction of the Black community, and yet they continue to promote it. They continue to promote it. Okay, record labels are aware that hip hop music contributes to the condition of the Black community, yet they refuse to change it. Let's be honest. Okay, 90% of Black men in prison would acknowledge that hip hop music is their favorite genre of music. Okay, everywhere hip hop is played, Black men are demonstrating violence towards other Black men, and that cannot be denied.
New tonight, violent video out of South Memphis shows a person shooting a man at a parking lot of a gas station and then running away. The man shot in this video actually survived. Thank you for being with us tonight at 9. I'm Daryl Green. Darcy Thomas is off this evening. Now tonight, the hunt for that man who pulled the trigger enters its second week. Troyce Grant is live in South Memphis tonight, close to where that shooting happened. Troyce, you were able to get your hands on this very disturbing piece of security video.
Yes, very disturbing indeed, Daryl. Now, when you look at that video, you'll see that the suspect came out of nowhere and shot the man from behind repeatedly. Now, before you watch this video, we want to warn you, it is very hard to watch. What you just saw, a man shot multiple times at point blank. This shooting happened at 2:45 in the morning at a gas station on South Parkway and East Mississippi Boulevard. This video was taken from a surveillance camera at that gas station. It begins with the victim hanging outside the convenience store. Then, moments later, you can see the suspect come up behind the man and opened fire, shooting the man multiple times. The victim then falls to the ground. The shooter then walks off and then comes back as the victim tries to get up. That's when the suspect opened fires again, shooting the victim again multiple times before running off. The victim then stumbles away. Fox 13 has learned that after all of this, the victim survived this point-blank shooting. People in this area are left wondering why someone would want to shoot another person so many times.
It could be so many different reasons. I don't want to just say what it could have been because there are millions of things that it could have been.
This woman says something needs to be done to prevent the violence in her once quiet neighborhood.
I'm sorry for the family. All I can say is you just got to look out for yourself and others because it's not like it used to be.
Brothers and sisters, follow us to the book of 1 Timothy, the 6th chapter and the 10th verse. And it reads, "For the love of money is the root of all evil." For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. 1 Timothy 6 and 10 reads, "For the love of money is the root of all evil." For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith. See that? So here the Bible cautions against the spiritual consequences of pursuing wealth. See that? Think about that. This passage provides insight into why Satan has utilized the hip-hop genre to reproduce a life of materialism. Okay, Jewish-owned record labels prefer to promote music by Black artists that emphasize themes of violence and materialism, hypersexuality. Okay, if these labels were interested in socially conscious hip-hop, it would receive greater support. They don't want that, brothers and sisters. Okay, they don't want that. There is no genre of music more worldly than hip hop, and this is intentional. Okay, there's a reason why it's the most popular genre of music, not just in the United States, all over. Okay, Jewish record labels only seek a type of music from Black artists, from Black men in particular, that glorifies violence and materialism. Okay, if record labels if they were genuinely interested in promoting more conscious rap, they would do so. They would do so, brothers and sisters. Let's be 100% honest. These labels, These labels guarantee that only the most violent and corrupt rappers receive airtime in mainstream. Okay, many individuals overlook the fact that popular rapper NBA YoungBoy has openly stated that the hip-hop industry is highly demonic. One of the most favorite rappers among today's youth has confessed that the music industry is under the control of Satan.
You do a lot of crosses. You got, Jesus with the thorns and all of that. Just tell me a little bit about what that means to you, what that represents. I mean, he's the ultimate warrior, right?
He's a soldier.
Yeah. But did he request that from you, or you just came up with it on your own?
Which ones?
Like the
religious?
Yeah.
As I see it, I just grab it. Man, this shit very demonic. This whole industry, this whole system, all this shit demonic. It's all this shit ran off of money. All this shit do not mean nothing. It's very demonic. This whole music industry is very demonic. As I saw the crosses in the Jesus piece, I just grabbed it. it really don't mean nothing. And as I say, this shit demanding. I'm very demanding. Man, there's a lot of devils that's coming in and out my door. So I'm a child of God. You see my Jesus piece, you see my crosses. So as I tell you, this shit very demonic and scary around here. I'm talking about the shit that's coming in and out my doors, what I'm trying to protect myself from. So as I see the Jesus piece or the crosses, I just grab it.
The music industry encourages Black male artists to support themes of violence and substance abuse. Okay, rappers are mindful that without aligning with the promotional expectations of record labels, financial success is unlikely. They know that. Okay, the music industry wants Black men to endorse violence and drug abuse with their music. Okay, and we have to be honest about that. Rappers understand that unless they align themselves with record labels, they will struggle to achieve financial success in their careers. Okay, let's be honest about this. Okay, let's be honest. Economic incentives influence the content artists choose to produce, and they know that. Okay, remember, Tupac Shakur, who was originally a well-behaved young man, adopted a persona associated with a thug life to gain mainstream recognition. Okay, many people forget that popular gangster rapper NBA Youngboy admitted that he grew up in the church singing for the choir.
Did you grow up in church?
Yeah, I sung in the choir. After I sung in the choir, I begged my grandmother for the ask the pastor, can I become an usher? They let me become the usher. So as the people walk in the church, I get to have fame.
So you're a choir boy and an usher?
Yeah.
Did you sing solos?
I sing with the choir.
You sing with the choir. Where's one of the first songs you sang with the choir? Like, what's your favorite one that you still remember?
Yes, Jesus loves me.
Listen, sometimes you need that to get you through the day. You got to remember it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey.
Would you do a gospel album?
You never know.
These rappers understand the preferences of these record labels and the kind of music they want to promote. Okay, these rappers are not stupid. Okay, they recognize the trends and what will attract the industry's financial backing. Okay, they understand that there's a certain type of music, there's a certain topic that these labels want to hear from Black male artists. Okay, even if someone is not actually living a thug lifestyle, they can make a substantial amount of money by creating music that portrays that image. That's what Tupac did. Okay, one of the most well-known gangster rappers today openly admitted that he was raised as a Christian attending church regularly. See that? These artists clearly do what? They understand the musical preferences favored by these executives. They understand it. One of the most prominent gangster rappers of today has publicly acknowledged being raised in a Christian environment. Okay? The transition from a choir member to a gangster rapper can be attributed to the recognition that this genre offers lucrative opportunities. See that to improve the well-being of the Black community, we must consider the influence and prevalence of gangster rap music. Okay? Here it is, one of the most popular, one of the most celebrated young rappers has openly confessed that the music he promotes is demonic.
Man, this shit very demonic. This whole industry, this whole system, all this shit demonic. It's very, all this shit ran off money. All this shit do not mean nothing. It's very demonic. This whole music industry is very demonic. As I saw the crosses in the Jesus piece, I just grabbed it. It really don't mean nothing. And as I say, this shit demonic. I'm very demonic.
Think about that. Consider that, brothers and sisters. Okay? Follow us to Isaiah chapter 3. We're at the book of Isaiah, the 3rd chapter and the 12th verse, brothers and sisters. And it reads, "As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths." Brothers and sisters, this is referring to the Black community without any shadow of a doubt. Okay, we're at Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12, and it reads, "As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths." Take a look at that. Take a look, brothers and sisters. The scriptures have foretold young Black men are largely responsible for the destruction of our communities. See that? The text says what? Children are our oppressors. Brothers and sisters, these are young Black males. They call them YNs. YNs. All right? These are young brothers, okay, that are terrorizing our communities. Everyone knows it. Okay, the Bible highlights the consequences that often rise when young boys are raised without the presence of a father in the home. Okay, Isaiah 3, verse 12 is about what many people call YNs. This is a popular term all out in the world. Okay, yes, I have young children that keep me abreast to the African American colloquialisms. Okay. Let's be honest here. Most violent crimes in the Black community originate from young men who grow up in single mother households. See that? Talk about that. Talk about that. Most crimes in Black neighborhoods are committed by males 28 and under, often raised without fathers. Right? We're going to put that on the table. Why? The passage highlights the importance of fatherly guidance. It says, "The women lead us and cause us to err." And this is no shade to sisters, right? Sisters are carrying too much weight, right? Men, young men, all men need to learn to control their emotions, okay? Women are very emotional. God made them emotional because they're not violent. Men who are naturally violent cannot be emotional, because when a violent man, who all men naturally are violent, becomes emotional, violence happens, murder happens, shootings happen. See that? So God knew when he paired a woman's makeup with her emotions, it wouldn't lead to shootings. Okay? When you pair the emotionalism of a mother, right? These young brothers who grow up with their mothers, seeing how their mother handles certain circumstances. See that? So the Bible reveals the consequences of young boys growing up without a father present in the household. According to statistics, most of the violent crimes in the Black community originates from boys raised in single mother households. Okay? This passage illustrates the critical role fathers play in the upbringing of their children. Let's talk about that. Why? Rappers currently hold the most influence over the lives of Black youth, and that has contributed to the condition of our community. Okay? Violence promoting rappers influence today's youth, leading many to follow in their example. Okay? The popularity of hip-hop music that glorifies quick money and crime has made armed robbery common in the Black community.
There's an alarming new crime trend from the state of Texas, which is now spreading really all across the Southeast, and police say it can happen in just a few seconds.
Jugging rhymes with mugging. It spread from Texas to South Carolina. Some police in small towns there weren't even sure what the word meant until the crime started happening in their own districts.
Derived from the term mugging, but since a mug holds less, a jug is like a bigger score.
This video is of a gunpoint robbery in Sherman Oaks, California. The customer throws his bag of $10,000 cash and the thieves take off. It's called bank jugging. Thieves watch you taking out money from the bank, follow you and rob you. It can happen quickly anywhere at any time. In Austin, Texas, police report more than 60 cases in the first half of the year. And in California, police have noticed an uptick over the past few months.
Police say you can see a driver who had recently gotten money out of a Chase bank and came to this convenience store on Telephone Road. In just seconds, the 4Runner pulls up, followed by a white Chrysler. And men from the vehicles, two break out the windows on both sides of the victim's vehicle before reaching in and taking off with the cash.
And leaving envelopes stuffed with cash, or even putting it in a glove compartment. Nothing safe.
The day before, Houston police say this man took money from inside a vehicle at a car wash. When confronted by that vehicle's owner, the suspect showed a weapon before getting away with money also recently withdrawn from a bank.
In North Dallas, he backed his car in and then 3 armed men jump out of an SUV, run up and start pointing their guns at him, even pounding on his window, demanding he give up the cash he has on him. In this case, their plan did not work because Mark kept his doors locked and managed to escape.
Investigators say 27-year-old Johnson and 31-year-old Davis Mitchell followed a bank customer who had just withdrawn $75,000. The constable talked with both victims today.
The wife is at home. She has a broken shoulder and some ribs. She has about a 6 to 8 week recovery process. They are very relieved to know that we got these individuals off the street.
About a week ago, this jugging incident took place. You can see the video. This man was followed back to his business and beaten and robbed in the middle of the afternoon.
Police say this is Farrell Dembry and 2 others committing a jugging at the Bank of America on Fallon Loop Road last month. A 4th suspect waited in the car. A repairman was working on the ATM at the time.
The suspects had, while he was working on the ATM, pulled up, forced him to the ground, told him to lay there, indicated that they had a weapon, said they would shoot him if he moved.
Dembry disabled a different ATM in St. Louis earlier in the day, triggering a call to the repairman. They then followed the repairman around to different jobs until they got to O'Fallon.
In the video, you can kind of see this guy sneaking around the cars, and he takes something out of your car. What did he take?
He took money. He took the money I just got out the bank. And it was deliberate.
And how much money was stolen from you?
$60,000. I was just trying to, have a little cash to kind of negotiate better and that type of thing. We're never expecting that it was all going to just disappear.
On February 13th, cameras showed the moment he attacked Trung, body slamming her to the ground and stealing her money. He followed her after she stopped by a bank and withdrew over $4,000 to pay for a family trip to Vietnam. The Houston woman's adjusting to having limited mobility, left paralyzed. 18-year-old Joseph Harrell pleaded guilty to aggravated robbery, causing serious bodily injury, and was sentenced to 30 years in prison.
Since rappers who promote violence are the role models of today, young people tend to imitate them, brothers and sisters. Okay? Because hip hop promotes a lifestyle focused on quick money, armed robbery has become quite common in our community. Okay, trust and believe that most of the robberies committed by Black men involve those who are fans of hip hop. Okay, that can't be denied. That cannot be denied, brothers and sisters. We are not committing crimes because of our race. We're influenced by the toxic music. Okay, so racists would say, hey, because they're Black, their skin being darker causes them to commit crimes. No, the music that we listen to influences us to commit crimes. Okay, the Jewish record executives are aware of the toxic impact hip hop has on our community, and they still support it. Okay, many people overlook the fact that Chicago recently hosted a popular hip hop themed block party that resulted in several mass shootings.
2 people dead tonight, at least 7 others injured after a series of shootings in Chicago's Austin neighborhood overnight. Social media posts here showing a huge party in that area as police arrived on scene. Our Sarah Maki looking into it tonight. She's live in the control room. Sarah, what are police saying?
Well, Chris, we've learned that these shootings may be linked to a massive party that was promoted on social media, but police are not saying if these shootings were linked to each other or if the victims attended that party. Videos posted on social media and audio from police dispatchers give some insight into what first responders were up against.
800 to 1,000 people. Our officers are outnumbered.
Some videos online show hundreds of people in the streets in Austin, calling it a Club J-Roy event. Another post indicates the event went on for 10 blocks, while some videos show the start of some of the violence. Police say the shooting started at West End and Lamont. One woman was killed before 3 at West End and La Crosse, 5 others injured there, with more shots about 90 minutes later at Maypole and Laverne, where 18-year-old Caleb Williams was killed.
Multiple shots, don't click a rifle.
The numbers adding up quickly.
We have 3 people shot, is that correct?
At my guy from West End and Lamont, this is all the same incident.
A police source told CBS News Chicago police officers were so outnumbered they had to call in units from near O'Hare, the Northwest Side, and downtown.
Give yourselves a hand for being a part of history, Chicago.
We tried to approach Mayor Brandon Johnson at a public event Sunday, asking the mayor to talk to us about these shootings and police staffing, but he would not stop for comment. The organizer of the party in Austin, referencing threats of violence in the lead up to the Saturday event.
Y'all can't come. Shorty, y'all cannot come.
And acknowledging he thought about canceling.
I thought about canceling that, but we still on.
Though one more post calls it a successful Club J-Roy, even as police spent hours collecting evidence.
Chicago is known for a new genre of rap called drill. And that is where most of the violence occurs, brothers and sisters. Okay, when groups of people are influenced by violent music and drugs, something bad is likely to happen. Okay, let's be honest here. Okay, here we saw thousands of Black youth getting high while listening to hip hop music, and the results were devastating. Okay, when groups of people are influenced by violent music and drug use, negative outcomes are inevitable. Okay, and we're going to discuss that why. In this context, we observed thousands of Black youth engaging in drug use while listening to hip hop music, which ultimately resulted in tragic consequences. Okay, when groups of people are swayed by violent music and drug consumption, negative results are unavoidable, brothers and sisters. Okay, and we're going to be honest. Why? In this situation, we noticed thousands of Black youth partaking in drug use while listening to violent music. Okay? We cannot diminish how important hip hop is. We cannot diminish how powerful hip hop is. See, most brothers and sisters want to say, no, hip hop doesn't have any power. You are high. You are high. Anything our people do has power. Okay, when Black men make music, there is power behind it. There is influence behind it. So if we made a conscious hip hop, right, or positive music, that would have power. Okay, so we're not going to let brothers and sisters try to diminish the power that our brothers have and our sisters. Okay, when we make music. Okay, that's garbage. Okay. You're trying to diminish the influence of our people. I will not. I will not. I know how influential our people are. And that's why the music has had devastating consequences in our communities. Okay? Follow us to Jeremiah chapter 4, brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters, we're here at Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22, and it reads, "My people are foolish and do not know me. My people are foolish and do not know me, saith the Most High. They are stupid children who have no understanding." They are stupid children who have no understanding. They are clever enough at doing wrong, but they have no idea how to do right. Brothers and sisters, this is the Bible referring to the Black community. I'm going to read that again. Jeremiah 4 and 22 reads, "My people are foolish and do not know me, saith the Most High. They are stupid children who have no understanding. They are clever enough at doing wrong, but they have no idea of how to do right. Look at that, brothers and sisters. The Bible indicates that the Black community is skilled at finding ways to commit wrongdoing. Okay, the text suggests that we invent new methods of doing wrong every day. Okay, the Bible indicates that we are unaware of righteousness. Okay, but we're smart when it comes to evil. I can't deny that. No, if you live in the Black community, you can't deny this. Okay, this passage strongly suggests that our difficulties in the Black community are neither random or unfair. Okay, let's be honest. Our natural mindset, our worldly mindset is designed to fit into a world built to destroy us. Okay, the wisdom we have is the kind that leads to our downfall. That's clear as day. Right? Because Christianity has obscured our identity as Jews, it has contributed to the downfall of the Black community. Okay, that cannot be denied. If we in the Black community recognize that we were the Israelites mentioned in the Bible, we would not engage in the corruption we see today. We would not. Okay? Organized religion has intentionally concealed our true identity to perpetuate our destruction. That cannot be denied. Okay, the Bible conveys that organized religion has had a detrimental impact on the Black community. The Bible says we don't know God. How can we not go to God? How can we not know anything about God if we're going to Christian church? Our ignorance is because of the church. That's what the text is telling us. Right? Christianity is a fundamental cause of the dysfunction within the Black community. Okay, the Bible indicates that the Black community retains a unique wisdom at devising schemes for wrongdoing. See that? The text suggests that every day, brothers and sisters, new avenues for malice are formulated in the Black community. We create evil. Okay? If we, as members of the Black community, recognize that we are the Israelites mentioned in the Bible, our lives would not nearly be as corrupt. Organized religion has intentionally concealed our true identity to perpetuate our destruction, brothers and sisters. Okay, Christianity serves as the foundation of our dysfunction within the Black community. We have to talk about that. Why? Corporate media, brothers and sisters. Corporate media permits Black men and women to appear in mainstream media only if they endorse toxic behavior. Okay? Mainstream corporate media only features Black men and women if they support negative agendas. Think about that. Many people forgot that R&B singer Ray J was interviewed by NFL quarterback Cam Newton and dismissed how sinful living a gay lifestyle is in God's eyes. Ray J knows that to make money in corporate media, you must be accepting to the homosexual agenda.
Hold on. What's your sexuality?
Just ask me about Amber.
I'm asking
I have shout out to the gay agency. I shouted out to the gay agency. Actually, the gay agency's here. Dumpin' D, The Rod. They're the CEO.
Do you play both ways?
Come on, bro. I ain't never played both ways.
Okay. I think that's important to mention, because
really.
When you say you want to shower with another man.
Think about it like this. People's sexuality. Why? What does that matter?
It does not. That's
then why? But why ask the question?
Because it's just like the question that I asked in regards to you saying that you're not a brother.
No, not you.
Okay.
I'm talking about in general. Like, why ask the question of what actual whole are people enjoying? That's what we're asking. Because somebody could be an ear fucker. What is they're not gay and they're not straight. They like fucking ear holes. Who are they? A new name of hole fuckers. It's irrelevant, right? Not in your position, but I'm saying when I say, like, what do you like to do when you leave the office and go home and close the door and you're in your world? And it is important for certain people to know. For me, I have a gay agency, and the agency takes care of everything LGBTQIA+, right? I'm proud of that. So we say pause, and there's a lot of gay fucking slurs going on, and it's fun, but these are my friends.
Yeah, but just so you understand, after speaking with a person who was a homosexual.
Who? Suge?
No.
Oh.
He's
definitely a homo. I love Suge, though.
Yeah.
But the gay agency, shout out to gay, they know, they approve.
But saying words like pause, saying words like no homo, that...
I never said no homo.
Yeah, but those, just to educate the viewer, those are all derogatory slurs.
I totally disagree. No homo is derogatory. Absolutely.
Okay.
Pause is fun, and every time I said pause, what did I say?
Shout out to the gay agency.
I rest my case, Your Honor.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's right, though.
That's extremely right, because not only am I having fun, I'm also respecting the gay community publicly, taking the risk of anybody saying, are you gay? Because I don't give a fuck, because I got gay friends. I got a lot of gay friends. I got a lot of trans friends.
Yeah. But are you, though?
No.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, when you say no, when I say no, I'm not gay, and when I say I have trans friends, but no, I'm not trans, I want to make it clear that there's nothing wrong with being that.
It is nothing wrong with that.
When somebody calls somebody gay, I take it personally because I have gay friends, because I'm saying, you're calling me gay. What are you saying?
Yeah.
You're saying gay isn't cool? Because that's how I'm taking it, because I have gay friends.
Well, take it this way.
No, you didn't call me gay.
Okay.
Some people say you gay ass nigga. I'm like, or anybody when they use the gay slur to somebody, as if like Suge is saying that me and Puffy are lovers.
Two of the most prominent Black men of our time are engaged in a discussion regarding the acceptability of homosexuality. Think about that. Even if these brothers wish to express opposition to homosexuality, the corporate environment would not allow it, and they know it. Okay, it is sad to realize that Black men are hesitant to voice the truth in order to protect their financial interests. Okay, these two men are wealthy. These two men are millionaires, and yet they're reluctant to endorse biblical principles. Okay, men are cowering to protect their financial interests, and so are the women. Okay, both men and women in our community are driven by financial gain. Okay, within the Black community, the woman who gains visibility is not permitted to represent virtuous ideas. Okay, she can't show modesty. Right, the women who receive the most promotion tend to be those who endorse behaviors associated with sexual immorality. Let's be honest. Consider who the most recognized Black women of this year is. Think about it. Okay, the most prominent Black women are those who endorse promiscuity for young girls. Okay, many have forgotten that hip hop elevated Cardi B to stardom despite her lack of talent. Okay, Cardi B is talented in showcasing her body and endorsing sexual immorality, and as a result, she has become a millionaire.
Look, this sound like Cardi to the stage. This sound like Cardi with the braids. Jermaine the baby money in a thing. This pussy wild, this shit stored in a case. See my lifestyle, it's ice down. I be dripped up, get me wipe down. I see them hoes looking cold, looking stiff. Thick bitch, God's gift to a dick.
Brothers and sisters, follow us to the book of 1 Corinthians, the 6th chapter, the 18th and the 19th verse. The title of today's broadcast, Thugs and Thots. Thugs and Thots, brothers and sisters. We're at 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 18, and it reads, Flee fornication. Every sin that a man doeth is without the body, But he that committeth fornication sins against his own body. I'm going to read that again. 1 Corinthians 6:18, brothers and sisters. And it reads, flee fornication. Every sin that a man does is without the body, but he that commits fornication sins against his own body. Verse 19 reads what? Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, which is in you, which ye have of God, and ye are not your own? Let me read that again. Verse 19. Know ye not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, which is in you, which you have of God, and ye are not your own? Paul emphasizes that recognizing the significant impact of sexual immorality is the first step to overcoming it. Notice he says, flee fornication, run away. Okay? The Bible instructs us to flee from sexual immorality. Okay? Why? He says that is the most effective method to defeat it. Run away. Right? Don't use scriptures. Run away. Okay, the text reveals that sexual immorality is naturally self-destructive. You see that? Examine that. Right? The Bible indicates that few things in this world are more dangerous than sexual immorality. Okay, the Bible warns that no matter a person's financial or social status, a lack of sexual discipline will lead to their downfall. Okay, the text states that sexual sin should never be taken lightly. Never, ever. Okay, this particular passage acts as a serious warning that sexual immorality results in extreme consequences. Okay, and we're going to put this out there because it's not just for men, because the sisters are actually out here more promiscuous than the men, because women have the access, right? A woman can open up her inbox and find a man to sleep with every day, a different man every day. Okay, so men don't have that opportunity, which is a good thing. Okay, and we're going to put it out there. Okay, the sisters are the ones struggling even more with sexual immorality. Okay, there's a reason why the most prominent female rappers all endorse sexual immorality, brothers and sisters. You cannot achieve success as a female rapper without promoting a lack of sexual discipline to young girls. Okay, there is a rationale why the most well-known female rappers all advocate for sexual immorality. Examine it. You cannot achieve success as a female rapper without encouraging a disregard for sexual discipline among young girls. Okay? It is widely recognized that hip-hop culture has played a role in normalizing sexual immorality. Female rappers in particular are endorsing hypersexuality, which negatively influences young girls. Artists like Sexy Red have produced songs that encourage the abandonment of sexual restraint while the world remains silent.
Throw that ass, you know you a hoe. Up and down, that booty gon' go. I'm twerking on your baby daddy, he finna lick my booty hole. I'm looking sexy, I'm looking fine. No broke boys, can't waste my time. My thong showing my booty, poking my pussy wet. I need a panty line. Get up, bitch, so you know it's wet. Sexy. I never heard that my coochie wet. It's the best. I ride dick and I throw it back. On the way, you wouldn't even know what to do with that.
Our sisters are being inundated with themes of sexual perversion. Our men are falling prey to the allure of the gangster lifestyle, while the women have turned into harlots. Okay, our sisters are being exposed to and influenced by themes of sexual perversion. Okay, our men have surrendered to the seductive appeal of the gangster lifestyle. Okay, we're going to put it out there why the influence of hip hop music has become so widespread that it has greatly corrupted the youth. The female rappers who are visible on prominent platforms are those who promote sexually explicit content to young audiences. Okay, the only women welcome into the mainstream are those who advocate for a lack of sexual discipline. Sexy Red stands as the most popular female rapper today, a result of a deliberate strategy by record executives to instill the spirit of promiscuity in young girls.
I'm out here in Miami looking for the hoochie daddies.
Where they at?
Where the niggas that get ratchet?
Where they at?
My son need a new pappy. Too many bitches. Where the niggas at? I'm trying to get my coochie stretched.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my coochie stretched.
Yeah.
You know them dreads do it the best.
Oh yeah.
I like a nigga with a check. All my niggas give me neck. Yeah, you know I'm sexy, I'm the best. I'm the shit little bitch on that. But I can't say his name, cause he be cheating.
I love you, baby.
Yeah, bitch. And I'm the reason. Niggas love a bad bitch. Yeah. What's what you say now? My teeth. Pound. I just love pound.
What?
That my nigga, he just took a bitch down.
What?
Yeah, that nigga a bitch down. Yeah, that nigga eat me out. Pound. Just love pound. That my nigga, he just took a bitch down.
Brothers and sisters, follow us to 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1 and 2. This is prophecy concerning the last days. We're at 2 Timothy 3 and 1, and it reads, "You should know this, Timothy, that in the last days there will be very difficult times. For people will love only themselves and their money. For people will love only themselves and their money. They will be boastful and proud, scoffing at God, disobedient to their parents, and ungrateful. They will consider nothing sacred." Brothers and sisters, we're at 2 Timothy 3 and 2, and it reads, "For people will love only themselves and their money. They will be boastful and proud, scoffing at God, disobedient to parents, and ungrateful. They will consider nothing sacred." Brothers and sisters, okay, the Bible predicted that Satan would have significant impact on popular culture in the last days. Right? According to this particular passage, as we approach Christ's return, immorality will be more accepted. See that? Let's be clear on that. The passage suggests that moral decline will become accepted as the second coming of Christ approaches. Okay, we're living in the most destructive and corrupt period in human history, a fact that cannot be denied. Okay, the Bible predicted a society that would become sexually perverse. See that? The Bible foretold that as the world advanced, increased levels of wickedness would manifest. Let's talk about that. Okay, a careful examination of the passage reveals that popular culture would promote materialism as a means to incite immorality. See that? Think about that. Upon careful examination of the passage, we find that popular culture would encourage materialism, leading people to commit evil. See that? With boys wanting to be gangsters and girls wanting to be whores, society as a whole has become toxic. Okay, we are in the time when people would go to great lengths to inflate their bank accounts. Okay, the Bible foretold that sexual immorality would be fueled by greed, resulting in sex trafficking. Okay, because boys are focused on material wealth and girls are over-sexualized, this would create a culture that supports human trafficking.
11 alleged gang members are in federal custody in what law enforcement is calling a major takedown of a vicious sex trafficking ring.
Investigators say the suspects used social media and music videos to recruit young women and children, targeting runaways and kids in foster care. KTLA's Lindsay Pena live in Westwood with more on the story. Lindsay.
Yeah, Sharon, Micah, 5 of those defendants were already in court this afternoon, pleading not guilty to the charges against them. Earlier, when we spoke to the U.S. attorney here at the federal building in Westwood, he said when they served the arrest warrants this morning, they discovered 4 sex trafficking victims, one of them a minor. These are photos of some of the 11 alleged members or associates of the South Los Angeles-based Hoover Street Gang who are now in federal custody on a long list of charges that include racketeering, sex trafficking, drug and firearms-related crimes, and money laundering. Sky 5 was overhead as arrests were being made at a motel early Wednesday morning.
They were branding these young women, they were raping them, they were abusing them, they were drugging them, just horrific acts.
U.S. Attorney Bill Asaley saying many times the gang recruited victims through social media.
This Hoover gang, they portray a lifestyle of wealth, of power, of violence, and they use that to actually lure women into that lifestyle. They think it's going to be glamorous.
A 31-count indictment details the years-long case against the defendants who allegedly operated in the Figueroa corridor, known as a human trafficking hotbed.
The lead defendant is a woman. She goes by Lady Duck, and she was out there recruiting these young women, children as young as 14 years old, into sex trafficking and really selling other humans. It's the worst kind of crime out there.
According to the indictment, at one point, a 14-year-old girl was trafficked for at least 3 days in a row at a South LA motel. The U.S. Attorney says the case against the gang members is a strong one, with many criminal acts being documented on various social media accounts.
A lot of these girls came from the foster system. They're preying on people who are vulnerable, who don't have maybe families, who are runaways, and so we try to get them services and try to help them.
Brothers and sisters, follows to the book of Psalms, the 92nd chapter and the 7th verse. Though the wicked sprout like weeds and evildoers flourish, they will be destroyed forever. Psalms 92:7 NLT, and it reads, though the wicked sprout like weeds and evildoers flourish, they will be destroyed forever. Brothers and sisters, the Bible foretold that wickedness would continue to grow in the last days. Okay, upon careful examination of this particular passage, we discover that demonic culture would evolve into popular culture. See that? The Bible instructs us to be prepared to reject mainstream culture. See that? The passage serves as a prophecy regarding the extent of evil and the mainstream media that would embrace it. Okay, the Bible indicates that Satan would devise a means to promote evil doing openly without facing any opposition. See that? According to the text, those who endorse depravity would thrive in the last days. See that? According to the text, Satan would orchestrate the open promotion of immorality without opposition. See? And we have to put it on the table. Why? The Bible prophesied that corporate media would financially incentivize influencers to endorse lifestyles of moral depravity. See? The Bible reveals that corporate media would start compensating influencers to endorse a lifestyle of immorality. The internet has emerged as the primary agent influencing popular culture in alignment with satanic ways. Okay, many people overlook the fact that YouTube is one of the leading corporate platforms promoting sexual immorality. Yes, YouTube, the most widely used site globally, is endorsing a lack of sexual discipline and pedophilia. Okay, many have forgotten that YouTube has been facilitating the sexualization of children to known predators, to known pedophiles. Okay, it has been proven, brothers and sisters, that YouTube algorithms direct those searching for sexual content online towards videos featuring young children.
YouTube is under fire again, this time for reportedly helping pedophiles find home videos of kids. That's why YouTube CEO Susan Wojcicki is our Influencer of the Week. This week, a New York Times investigation revealed that YouTube fed viewers who were looking for sexual content videos of children, kids swimming or playing Twister. Why? Well, it's all because of YouTube's algorithm. It's automated content pusher, which often drives users to click on increasingly extreme videos. The more videos they watch, the more money that YouTube makes. In this case, the Times found that YouTube was recommending videos of younger and younger girls, some as young as 5, opening the gate for child predators.
And how come you're not wearing any pants?
After the report, one of our own producers was shocked to discover that her home video, a clip of her 3-year-old daughter that we've now blurred out, received hundreds more views than others that featured her daughter fully clothed. She's now taken the video down. Reports of pedophiles using YouTube go back several years. The Verge reported that some child videos racked up millions of views, leading YouTube to monetize them. We've decided to blur the images here too, but those creepy comments on the bottom right, well, they reveal the kind of people who are into these videos and how they connect with others like them on YouTube. YouTube eventually shut down many of those channels, the videos and the comment sections. And once again, YouTube CEO says her company takes the safety of kids very seriously.
We removed comments off of tens of millions of videos. We basically did that almost instantly, just in an abundance of caution to make sure that we were able to stop it.
YouTube suggests videos of children to those watching adult content. That has been proven, brothers and sisters. Okay. This demonstrates that YouTube is unsafe for minors. YouTube's algorithm sexualizes children, and this is undeniable. Okay? And we're going to put it on the table why YouTube suggests videos featuring children to users who are viewing sexual content. And that is not a coincidence. Okay, this indicates that YouTube poses risk to young people. I mean, what else could it say? The algorithms employed by YouTube, brothers and sisters, contribute to the sexualization of children, a fact that is undisputable. Okay? The Bible warned us that sexual immorality would increase in the last days. That's what we saw. The Bible cautioned that sexual deviance would increase in the last days. And this is how. Every major platform is endorsing sexual immorality, and we need to discuss that. Okay, many people overlook the reality that Netflix has also started to promote the sexualization of young children. Netflix distributes content that sexualizes children, a fact that cannot be contested, brothers and sisters. Many people forgot a few years back on Netflix, there was a French film titled Cuties that supported the sexualization of young girls.
First at 4, local advocates are asking people to temporarily cancel their Netflix accounts in protest of a recent movie release. The French film called Cuties made its U.S. debut last week on the streaming service, and since then has faced major backlash as some claim it sexualizes children. Eyewitness News reporter Jaleesa Irizarry explains why some believe this film is part of the problem.
Of the millions of movies you can watch right now, there's only one thousands of people are asking everyone to avoid.
I'm just in shock.
Jasmine McGill, a known advocate fighting child abuse, couldn't bear to watch it.
It's a step back for every single person that is out there fighting child abuse, child exploitation, and human trafficking.
The French film Cuties follows an 11-year-old who joins a dance crew. Many accuse the film of sexualizing pre-adolescent girls. Netflix has stood by its decision to keep the movie available, but for local child abuse consultant Carrie Wilcoxon, she still won't watch it.
I did see the marketing that was used to promote the film, and that is of the little girl that is pumping the floor and grinding the floor, right? And so why is it marketed like that? We are not just sexualizing our children, but we are normalizing the idea of sex with children.
But that was the exact issue the filmmaker Maimona Ducale said she wanted to address. She spoke with NPR last week about the message she wanted to get across.
We have the same fights, and we are all together about that issue of hypersexualization of our children and protect our children.
But for many advocates, the movie missed its mark.
It broke my heart.
All they hope is that people use the 96 minutes they would have taken to watch the film to do something else.
We have tools and resources here in our city that can help you learn about these things without actually exploiting children in the process.
Jaleesa Rosari, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.
Netflix has apologized for and has withdrawn the poster it used to promote the film.
Brothers and sisters, follow us to Psalms 101, verse 3 and 4 in the NLT version of the Bible. And it reads, I will refuse to look at anything vile and vulgar. I hate all who deal crookedly. I will have nothing to do with them. Take a look at this one more time, brothers and sisters. Psalms 101, verse 3 reads, I will refuse to look at anything vile or vulgar. I hate all who deal crookedly. I have nothing to do with them. Verse 4 reads, I will reject perverse ideas and stay away from every evil. I will reject perverse ideas and stay away from every evil. See that? God warns us to be cautious about the entertainment we choose to watch. See that? God instructs us to exercise caution regarding the type of entertainment we consume. See? In this particular passage, the psalmist indicates that our behaviors are shaped by the media we engage with. Let's be honest here. Okay, the text emphasizes that the visuals we permit ourselves to see influences our character and our behavior, brothers and sisters. This text emphasizes the need for parents to monitor the types of entertainment their children are exposed to. Okay, the Bible advises that if a television program promotes ideas that differ from God's word, we should steer clear of it. Okay, in this particular passage, we learn why Satan targets children's shows to introduce harmful messages. See that? The text explains why it's essential for parents to oversee the entertainment their children consume. Okay? The text makes it clear that parents need to monitor their children's media exposure. Okay? This passage uncovers why Satan tries to infiltrate children's programming. Okay? This particular passage discusses why children should be limited in their access to Netflix. Many parents have completely overlooked that Netflix created an animated series featuring a transgender bison.
If I'm going to lead the herd, I want to do it as myself. After all, you always say to lead with your heart, right? Well, my heart says that the way I feel most myself is to go by the name Fred. That's because I'm non-binary, and Fred is the name that fits me best. And I also use they and them, because calling me a she or a he doesn't feel right to me.
Oh, I didn't know that. No wonder you've been struggling. How could you lead the herd without being yourself? Oh, I'm sorry I used the wrong name and pronouns. Thank you for showing me your heart.
Netflix has been actively promoting animated shows that depict and endorse the homosexual agenda. The Bible cautions us regarding the risks associated with the media we engage with. See that? YouTube and Netflix are significant platforms frequented by children, and we must investigate this closely. Okay? What is the reason behind Netflix endorsing animated series that depict the LGBT lifestyle? Why are they doing that? Parents have been conditioned to grant their children unrestricted access to the internet, and we are completely opposed to it. Any parent who permits their child to access the internet without supervision is inadvertently supporting evil influences. The Bible issued warnings about the dangers associated with the media content we choose to consume. We are witnessing the most inefficient parenting in the history of civilization, brothers and sisters. It's not only the children who have been indoctrinated, but parents themselves are also falling under the sway of these harmful messages. We're living in a time when parents are taking their children to pole dancing classes.
New attend pole dancing for the whole family. A South City mom and dad, they're teaching their kids, including their 2 young daughters, this is the mom here, how to pole dance. The family is so into it, they have a pole installed in their living room. 5 on Your Side's Christina Coleman went to that living room to hear why.
It's like a merry-go-round.
Lindsay Till loves to spin around the pole in her living room with her husband and 3 children.
I love jumping on the pole.
Doing tricks?
Mm-hmm.
Till says pole dancing keeps the family fit.
It's a great combination of dance and gymnastics and performance art.
But she says she got a lot of backlash for teaching her kids how to pole dance. Her son is 11 and her daughters are 3 and 5 years old.
There still seems to be this weird stigma attached to it that you can't separate the exotic from the sport. And we're trying to, put a stop to that if we can.
If someone is thinking about it in that light, we're not the problem.
Yeah, exactly.
That's their mind. Their mind's one in the gutter, so, it's kind of like put the mirror on yourself type of thing.
Till says the kids wanted a pole dance on their own. Her husband is a former exotic dancer and says he does it to stay in shape.
I've been doing gymnastics and acrobatics for the better part of 20 years, and it really utilizes all of that. And for people to say that that's not for children kind of bothers me because I've been doing this kind of thing for a long time.
Okay, so I'm not coordinated enough to jump on this thing, but this mom says that she was pole dancing while she was pregnant with both of her girls, and she believes it has helped inspire them to want to pole dance too.
It's perfectly natural for kids to want to play on a pole, especially at playgrounds or, in their school.
In addition to teaching their kids, Till also teaches adults.
So I've taught a range of styles, anywhere from sport to just balletic. Exotic.
The self-proclaimed pole family says it also brings them closer.
We'll just hear a song when we'll run over here and start dancing together, and it's definitely helping us bond as a family.
We are living in a time of attack from Satan. Popular culture has been commandeered. It's being controlled by satanic forces, brothers and sisters, and that cannot be denied. And the Black community is spearheading the evil we see. The title of today's broadcast, Thugs and Thots. The Black community has been embracing the thug lifestyle, has been embracing the harlot lifestyle. And we wanted to discuss it today. We have to come back to the Bible, my brothers and sisters. We have to embrace our identity as the Jews, as the Israelites, if we want to escape damnation. We want to say, Kwam Yasharallah, sin no more.